Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today I'm here to share with you how to create a gilded wreath perfect for the holidays. It's long-lasting, gorgeous, and fun to make. You just need a few materials to make the wreath. Of course, Galax, lots of Galax. I used about half a bunch to a third of a bunch per rosette. So you want to figure out how many you need and then get accordingly in the bunches. Then, of course, paint. I used the Super Silver and Brilliant Gold by Design Master. They work perfectly together. Then a wreath ring. I prefer the domed multi-ring variety. It gives you a little more dimension. Then from the Oasis Company, U-glue strips. This is how we'll adhere it all together. And then lastly, a bit of 26 gauge wire to tie the rosettes. Begin by laying your leaves out from smallest to largest. It doesn't have to be exact, but graduated sizes. It's easier to assemble. Then look for damaged parts. If there's an area that's not very pretty, you can cut it off using a miniature pinking shear, and it looks still beautiful, very, very natural. You just kind of go through, clean up the leaves. Don't get too worried about it though, because once you put it together, they don't show real well. So just the worst spots. Then rolling it into a cone, and I staple it to hold it together, and that creates the center of each flower. So again, just rolling it into a cone and then staple, and do that one for every flower you want to create. Now, using the center, add in the leaves one at a time. You can wrap them around the beginning to get it a little smaller, but then just tuck them into place, and each one holds to the next one, radiating around. So you're playing Mother Nature till you get the rosette just the size that you want it to be. Double check, ending with your largest leaves. Then using the 26 gauge wire, I just tuck it under my finger and then clutch wrap it snugly right around the top, going around 2 or 3 times, and then just bending it straight down with the stems. The easy part, painting them. The Design Master paints cover so well. I started with the Super Silver, and you can see it turned out gorgeous. Some I left just like that. And then additionally I did just individual leaves, front and back with the Super Silver. I'll be using that to hide my mechanics. Then some, I wanted to go ahead with the Brilliant Gold. So I did everything with Super Silver, and then some I oversprayed a second time with the gold. I find it just adheres better with that silver underneath and gives me a greater sheen. You can see together, they're absolutely fabulous. To begin with, I want to cover the mechanics in the back, making sure that you're not going to be able to see anything. So I start with the individual leaves and just remove their stem. So I have just the leaf. Then using the U-glue strips, pull it off and lay it onto the wreath base, just like so. And then pull it up so that you've got a wonderful glue base to begin with. Pulling gently, I don't want to pull it off of the wreath. And repeat that all the way around so that you've got a strip in a solid line. And they'll stick to each other so it gets easier and easier as you go along. Just pulling it and around. And then just lifting your wreath, and on the back side, adhering the leaf right on. And then you just fish scale them on down so you get a total coverage around the back, and then we'll flip it over and add the rosettes to the front. Now you want to cut the stems off of the rosettes, making sure that you cut below where you clutch wrapped because you don't want them to fall apart. But removing the stems, I'm leaving about 1/2 inch, and I clutch wrapped right at the very tip top, so that keeps them all still together. Then once you have the stems removed, you can take them and just lay them right against the glue, tucking them close together so that the stems are concealed, and just work your way around the wreath until you have everything covered. You can stop there with the gilded wreath, or if you want a little more sparkle, go ahead and hot glue using your Sherbunder gun little balls directly in. So I just put a little glue on the end, and then lift and separate to get down into there, and then glue it directly to the rosettes. You can do both gold and silver. Just making sure you lift so that you can tuck it down in. You can see it's pretty with them and also without. As you prepare for the coming holidays, check out our website at flowerschool.com. In the resource library, there's so much more inspiration. If you need shopping supplies, things to create these designs, you'll find it in our shopping pages. We also have the DVDs all about the holidays that you can choose from there. If you have questions, can't find something, don't hesitate to contact me. You can reach me through the website at flowerschool.com or by telephone at 503-223-8089. And of course, I love to see what you create. Take a picture if you make a wreath or whatever you make. I'd love to see it. Use my personal email. It's Leanne, Leanne, at floraldesigninstitute.com. Now it's your turn. Have fun and do something you love.